Have you ever noticed how some people never seem rattled? Someone insults them? Nothing. Someone cuts them off in traffic? They smile. Someone tries to provoke them? They stay calm. It's almost like they're made of stone, like nothing can touch them, like they exist on a different frequency from everyone else. And then there's everyone else, the people who explode over small things, the ones who carry anger for hours, even days, the ones who let strangers ruin their entire mood. What's the difference? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not that calm people have easier lives. It's not that no one bothers them. It's not that they're just naturally chill. The difference is this. They understand something most people never learn. You cannot control what others do, but you can control whether it disturbs you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Today, you're going to learn how to never get angry or bothered by anyone. 3 Stoic principles that strip others of the power to disturb your peace. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to stay calm when others try to provoke you, how to detach from drama, and how to protect your inner state from external chaos. Let's begin. Principle 1. Understand people act from their level, not yours. They can't give what they don't have. Here's the first truth that changes everything. People can only operate from their level of awareness. Think about it. Someone is rude to you. Your instinct is anger. How dare they? Don't they know better? But here's the reality. No, they don't know better. If they did, they wouldn't act that way. A child throws a tantrum. You don't get angry at the child. Why? Because you understand. They're operating from a child's level of emotional control. The same applies to adults. The coworker who snaps, the driver who cuts you off, the stranger who insults you online. They're not operating from your level of awareness. They're operating from theirs. And their level might be fear, insecurity, unresolved pain, limited emotional intelligence, or just a bad day. Epictetus taught, when someone behaves badly toward you, remember that they act from their own understanding of what is good. If their understanding is wrong, pity them. Notice he didn't say get angry, he said pity them, because anger assumes they should know better. Pity understands they don't. Let me show you what this looks like in real life. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Your first instinct? Anger. Idiot. Reckless. Disrespectful. But then you pause and think, maybe they're rushing to the hospital. Maybe they just got devastating news. Maybe they're a new driver. Maybe they're just careless. Does it matter? No, because in every scenario, they're acting from their level, not yours. And when you understand that, the anger dissolves. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Was he being negative? No, he was being prepared. He knew people would act from their limitations, and because he expected it, he wasn't disturbed by it. Here's the Stoic method. Step 1. When someone bothers you, pause. Step 2. Ask yourself, what level are they operating from? Fear, pain, ignorance, insecurity? Step 4. Recognize they're doing the best they can with what they have, even if their best is terrible. Step 5. Let it go. You don't get angry at a dog for barking. Don't get angry at people for acting within their limitations. This doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect. This doesn't mean you don't set boundaries. It means you stop giving your peace away to people who don't even know they're taking it. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Delay your reaction long enough to remember they're not at your level, and that's not your problem to fix. Action challenge: the next time someone bothers you, pause and ask, what level are they operating from right now? Watch how the anger fades when you stop expecting them to know better. Principle 2. Anger is permission you give, not power they take. No one can disturb you without your consent. Here's the second truth that most people resist. No one can make you angry. They can say things, they can do things, but the anger, that's yours. You create it. You fuel it. You choose it. This is the hardest pill to swallow because it means you can't blame anyone else for how you feel, but it's also the most liberating truth because if you create your anger, you can also uncreate it. Epictetus said it clearly. People are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. Someone insults you. The insult is just sound waves, just words. The anger is your interpretation, your reaction, your choice. Let me prove it to you. A child calls you ugly. You laugh it off. You don't get angry. Why? Because you don't give their opinion power. A stranger online calls you ugly. You get angry. Why? Same words, different reaction. The difference, you gave the second person permission to disturb you. You didn't give the first person permission. This is the key understanding. Anger is permission. Every time you get angry, you're handing someone the remote control to your emotions. You're saying, your behavior controls my inner state. But the Stoics rejected this completely. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been harmed." Translation, the harm isn't in what they do. The harm is in your reaction to what they do. And you control your reaction. Here's what this looks like in practice. Someone tries to provoke you in a meeting. They make a passive-aggressive comment. They question your competence. They try to make you look bad. Old response? Anger, defense, attack. You're now in their game, playing by their rules. Stoic response? You hear the words. You recognize the attempt. You choose not to give it power. You stay calm. You respond with facts. Or you don't respond at all. You leave the meeting with your peace intact. They tried to disturb you. They failed. Why? Because you didn't give permission. Seneca wrote, "Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured." The person who provoked you walks away fine. You're the one carrying the poison. That's why the Stoics refuse to hand that power to anyone. Here's the protocol. Step 1. Someone does something that would normally make you angry. Step 2. Pause and recognize this is an invitation to lose my peace. Do I accept? Step 3. Remind yourself, I control whether this disturbs me, no one else. Step 4. Choose calm, choose dignity, choose to keep your power. This doesn't mean you become passive. This doesn't mean you tolerate everything. It means you respond from strength, not from reaction. You set boundaries from calm, not from chaos. You protect yourself from power, not from anger. Let me give you another example. A family member criticizes your life choices, your job, your relationship, your decisions. Old you gets defensive, gets angry, argues for hours, carries resentment for days. Stoic you hears their opinion, recognizes it's coming from their perspective, their fears, their limitations. You calmly say, I appreciate your concern, but I'm comfortable with my choices. Then you move on. No anger, no disturbance, no power given. Because you understand they can speak, you can't control that. But whether their words live rent-free in your head, that's your choice. Action challenge. For the next 3 days, when someone tries to provoke you, ask yourself out loud, am I giving this permission to disturb me? Then consciously choose no, and watch how your anger disappears. Principle 3. Detach from the need to be right. Peace is more valuable than winning. Here's the final principle. Most anger comes from one source, the need to be right. Someone says something incorrect, you feel the need to correct them. Someone disagrees with you, you feel the need to prove yourself. Someone disrespects you, you feel the need to defend your worth. But here's what the Stoics understood. Being right changes nothing. Winning an argument costs you peace, and your peace is worth more than any victory. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "How much more harmful are the consequences of anger and grief than the circumstances that aroused them?" Translation: the argument itself is small. The anger you carry after is huge. Most people would rather be right than be at peace. They would rather win the argument than keep their calm. They would rather prove someone wrong than protect their dignity. But the Stoics chose differently every single time. Epictetus taught, if someone speaks badly of you, consider whether what they say is true. If it is, correct yourself. If it is not, laugh at it. Notice the simplicity. If they're right, fix it. If they're wrong, ignore it. No anger, no defense, no need to win. Because being right doesn't bring you peace. Detachment does. Let me show you what this looks like. Someone at work takes credit for your idea. Old you, anger, confrontation, public call-out, fight to be recognized. Stoic you know what you did, you know your value. Their theft doesn't diminish your worth. You either address it calmly once, or you let it go completely. Either way, you don't carry anger. Why? Because your peace is more valuable than being publicly right. Another scenario. Someone online argues with you about something you know deeply. They twist your words. They attack your character. They refuse to listen. Old you engage. You explain again. You defend. You argue for hours. You lose sleep over a stranger. Stoic you recognize this person isn't here to understand. They're here to fight. You disengage. You walk away. You protect your peace. Because winning that argument gives you nothing. Keeping your calm gives you everything. Seneca wrote, "The best fighter is never angry." Why? Because anger clouds judgment, wastes energy, and hands control to your opponent. The moment you get angry, you've already lost. Not the argument, the battle for your own peace. Here's the method. Step 1. When you feel the need to be right, pause. Step 2. Ask yourself, is being right here worth losing my peace? Step 3. Remind yourself, I can be right or I can be at peace. I choose peace. Step 4. Let them be wrong. Let them misunderstand. Let them think whatever they want. Your worth doesn't depend on their understanding. This is the ultimate freedom. The freedom to let people be wrong about you. The freedom to walk away from pointless battles. The freedom to protect your peace over proving your point. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He ruled an empire. He could have crushed anyone who disrespected him. But instead, he wrote to himself, "Is your cucumber bitter? Throw it away. Are there brambles in your path? Turn aside. That's enough. Do not go on to say, 'Why were such things made in the world?'" Translation: don't waste energy on what you can't control. Just step around it and move on. That's mastery. That's power. That's peace. Action challenge. This week, when someone is wrong about you or argues with you, practice this. Say nothing. Walk away. Choose peace over being right. Notice how light you feel when you stop carrying the need to win. Conclusion: you are unshakable. You've just learned how to never get angry or bothered by anyone. Understand people act from their level, not yours. Anger is permission you give, not power they take. Detach from the need to be right. These 3 principles will transform your life, because when you master them, you become untouchable. Not because nothing bothers you, but because you choose what gets in. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. You have the power, not them. You. So the next time someone tries to disturb your peace, remember this: they can only disturb you if you open the door. Keep it closed. Keep your calm. Keep your power. If this resonates, drop a comment. Tell me which principle you need most. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember your affirmation for today: I am unshakable. I control my peace. No one disturbs me without my permission. Now go prove it.